Good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Samos again with another daily Lucid video. Today, we'll talk about something really, really cool that happened just about a couple hours ago that showed up at on one of our Webull accounts. Sorry, it is really early in the morning on our Webull accounts. But before we start, everybody, make sure you like this channel. Like it because you want to learn, make money, and get the daily news of Lucid and all other stocks that I'll be covering. Subscribe so you can be part of the community, guys. If you're one of those people that want to make that generational wealth, to make your family happy, to make them proud of what you're doing, definitely subscribe. We're all doing the same thing here. We're all just trying to live. We're all just trying to get in the best investments, get the best tips, and all that great stuff. I'm compiling pretty much everything in this channel. Or from this channel, from other channels, to give you the most adequate, objective news that you can make that informed decision, that you can do it for yourself, for your family, so that you can invest confidently. But again, guys, I'm not your financial advisor, so anything that I do or say in this channel is just what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I'm a big believer of Lucid and all EVs and crypto and Bitcoin and all this good stuff. So if you want to learn more and kind of just every morning you wake up, you got no time because you got work or you have kids or your family, whatever have you, you could always rely on this channel to be the first one to give it to you first. All right, so today we'll look at Lucid. Lucid, we are up 2% today. We're gonna look at the Webull app. We did see that this candle is gonna be the daily. So we did start on the 34. So I did say anything below 35 is gonna be a pretty good solid base to form. So I did increase my positions on a DCA. If you don't know what a DCA is, it's called the dollar cost average. So basically I do it every single day or every other day on a certain stock. For Lucid, I've been doing it. I actually stopped it and then I resumed it today to increase my shares for Lucid. And just because this is my reasoning is because I like the company, you know. I like EV. I'm not saying I don't like Tesla either. It's just that, you know, I think I was a little bit too late in Tesla. And for Tesla, I was doing a lot of options. So now I want to hold a lot of shares for a certain company, and this is what I'm going to be doing with Lucid, is holding it for the long term. I know for the short term, it may be bearish where the sellers could be just taking the profits, but I'm waiting until earnings to really increase my portfolio and my decision on what I'm going to do. Okay, I will be taking profits as well too, but not my whole portfolio of Lucid. So typically, this is kind of where it's at. I do want to see it to go a little bit more higher at the end of the day. Maybe kind of hit again the $37 mark, but we'll see. All right. So when we go back to these guys, there's really not a lot of news today, especially the one I'm using, guys. And you guys are asking what subscriptions I do use. I have several. Seeking Alpha is kind of the one I rely on, and also Tip Ranks. Okay. We're gonna look at this guy, because it's also going to show the stock price. Same thing, because I kind of look at different sites to kind of give me an understanding of who's right and who's wrong, but it gives me a good average to see here. But I do want to talk about how Lucid is now at 250 kilowatt. So this is a really cool tweet by Inside EVs by Tesla to Lucid username on Twitter. He did mention this, okay? They're now competing with Tesla with a 250 kilowatt charging peak is now shown here on Electrify America. What they're trying to say is that they're getting an average of 80 kilowatt in 31 minutes and 2 seconds. That would be almost 155 kilowatt on average, which is currently the best in the market. Now there's also the Tesla superchargers, which gives like 200 miles in 15 minutes, which is insane. Now we don't know how accurate this is, because this is just a tweet that someone put out there and kind of showed what they did. So it kind of just shows also how much more they have left. They also showed everything else that's going to be doing it. Sorry, I had to come back. All right, so that's my son. My son just woke up. So if you got kids, hit that like button. You know, we're trying to grind at the same time, and also at work. All right. So what I was saying is that we know that the main catalyst for Lucid, when it went from like $24 to now $41, was because of the because of the deliveries. Now that last weekend, I believe that this is another catalyst, obviously, as it came out today. But it's not going to be a big one because the biggest catalyst going towards the earnings is going to be how much deliveries has Lucid made. Now, there's going to be really a lot of skeptics are going to say that they haven't delivered anything. There's some that say there's 20, some there's 65. Some say that they've been delivering at least 10 yesterday. So we don't really know the real numbers to it. So you got to be really careful, especially if you're new to investing and you're new to company like this, because this is a brand new company, which this company is looking to overtake 58 billion right next year. It needs to deliver 527 vehicles, and we don't even know where they at right now. Now it's October, or it's November. Where am I at? November 3rd, and there's about a month left before the new year. And so they did promise this. They also promised about 300 kilowatts. Also, so there's a lot of things that we have to look at. And that's something that I will be able to deliver, and making sure that you have that information so that you can make that best decision for you and your family. Okay. Again, guys, we'll talk about a little bit of investing. Again, I'm not your financial advisor, but if you're new, try not to do too much FOMO. All right. If you see that Lucid's going up, or any stock for that matter, let's say that Lucid is going up, and you're like, oh man, I wish I got into Lucid like earlier in the day. I wish I bought it at $17 right before when the pipe investor sold out. I wish, right? That's going to be a bad mentality. The best thing that you can say to yourself is that I'm going to wait till it hits a bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and see how long it will take to stay in that bottom and see how it consolidate. I said this many times before. You don't want to buy a stock when it's running. You want to buy a stock when no one's talking about it. And unfortunately, Lucid is being talked about a lot because of its deliveries. But once this kind of slows down, there's going to be hitting a bottom, or not a bottom, but then at least a consolidation period where it's going to cool off a bit. And once it cools off, you can make the decision if you want to get in or you want to take your profits if you're there. But definitely go in with a trading plan. Okay, so if you buy something and you say you're going to be there for long term is going to be like a year to 5 years. Okay. But along the way, definitely do some dollar cost averaging, because that's what I'm doing. And most of my stocks that I believe in, that I'll be either swinging or either long term, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging. And once it hits a certain part on my swing trading account, which is my Webull account, I'm going to take the profits. And then also for my TD Ameritrade, I'm going to just keep it in there. So I'm not going to touch it at all in the next 5 years. So everything that I do get profits from my Webull, I'm going to transfer it over to TD and kind of just build more positions or put them in dividends or things like that. You have to make sure that your portfolio is really diverse, because I know I came from a family, we weren't rich, we weren't poor, but we were okay. But I know that my parents came from places where they were poor. So their background is they were from a third world country, and then they made something out of nothing. They came here to build a life for themselves. And I feel that if I'm not going to be doing that for my kids, then I'm really not doing anything for myself either. So every day we got to make sure that we're doing something appropriate for ourselves and for our family. So do it smart. Make sure you subscribe, guys, because I'm telling you, we'll do this all together. If you have any questions, please let me know what I'm doing. I won't tell you what you should be doing because this is something that you need to do on your own. But I'm doing this channel so that we can all get the information that we need. It helps me out too. I mean, I'm waking up early in the morning, right before work, and kind of just making sure that I'm doing my diligence and getting this information out for you. I'll definitely do another video at the end of the market, kind of see where it all came to be at the end of the day. But definitely, if you don't have a platform, definitely open one up. I love Webull. I did a lot of different other platforms, but I just love Webull on the swing trade. I love TD on the holding side. And then I do have crypto as well as crypto.com. I have Qcoin. I have Binance. I have all the big stuff. But again, do your research. If you want me to do a platform review, definitely let me know and I can do that. But again, Lucid Air is going to take off. But definitely they have some struggles. There's some resistance coming up in the next couple of years. But I do like it. I do like the sedan. I do like the company. I do like the CEO. I believe they're doing a fantastic job for only being a company for 2 years. So let's see how this runs up. Let's make sure you don't have FOMO. And if you do, check it out the door. Check it out your screen. Check it out your iPhones or Androids or whatever mobile device you have. Just check it out, and don't allow that to run your life. All right, because FOMO is a real deal. You can get broke. Greed can make you broke. So definitely, if you're up, take some profits. Okay, and get back in when it dips. Take some profits when it goes up. Get it back in when it dips. It runs up $10, $5 in the day, and you're up like 1,000. Take some profits, and then maybe not all of it. Take your initial investments out. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Have a good, what is it today? I'm lost, guys. On Wednesday. Happy hump day. All right, love y'all. Bye.